Good
Happy
morning.
Friday. Happy Halloween, Audra.
Happy Dia de los Muertos to you, Molly.
Gracias.
That was a little celebration, a little spice for our intro for Dia de los Muertos for you getting to celebrate. Is that tonight or is that
It's
tomorrow?
Sunday.
Sunday. So yeah, we thought we'd add a little spice to our intro.
Welcome, everybody. It's Friday Wins Live with Molly and Audra. Thanks for
Welcome,
being
everyone.
here.
So for those of you that are new, welcome. And welcome to Friday Wins Live. Let's do a little intro because I think that we've got some new guests, which I'm super excited about because we didn't know anybody would watch.
Yay! Okay, my name is Molly Dowdy, and I am the founder of Athena's Council. It's a community for women in financial services to connect with each other, collaborate, learn together, just walk this path together rather than alone. So it's nice to meet you. Hi, everybody.
And I am Audra Aken. I am the host and founder of Women in the Arena podcast. And I am here partnering with Molly to help walk the path along with you. And it's nice to see all of you and welcome. Nice to see you all.
And we need you all to, if you're watching this, comment in the comments, ask questions. What we do here every Friday is we meet up and we talk to someone who is either looking for a new role or can help someone as they look for a new role. That's the whole theme of our Friday Wins Live show, is to help women land new roles, to help employers find talent in our industry. And so that's our focus every Friday. And today we have a guest, a new special guest with an awesome story.
Oh, she's extraordinary. We were so delighted to meet her and just basically put back on our heels because she's exactly who we are aspiring to be. And one of the reasons why this group is forming, and because she is exactly the example of who we're all wanting to become. So we are delighted and excited to introduce you to all of her, or to introduce all of you to her.
Yes. Okay, so her name is Abi Villegas, and I'm going to go ahead and bring her up on the stage now. Good. I'm going to put her in the middle.
Hello, how are you?
We're great. Happy Halloween, Abi.
Happy Halloween. I love the red combo too, like Jill said. Great.
Audra, she has a clown shirt, her Halloween theme. What does your shirt say, Audra?
My t-shirt says clowns kill people because that is my irrational fear. I'm terrified of clowns.
Okay, and Abi has a special Halloween themed
I have a cup.
coffee mug. Yep. Resting witch face. I like it. I have that.
Me too.
Okay, so let's just get
that's
started. Abi,
Before we get started, I just want to say the song was amazing, and it's actually, yeah. So I have a Spanish song too, so I was like, oh, that's great. Someone else picked one too.
okay, good. Audra picked that one for our special.
Did you?
Yeah.
I did.
It's one of my favorites. So.
Oh, I did not even know that. I just like a little spice, and I thought, this is appropriate to add a little spice. So I was like, I defy you all not to move in your seat when Aguila is playing. So,
yep,
get you up out of your seat.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so Audra, she hinted about this when we first got started, but Abi is an example of how women in our industry can transition successfully to a new role, and her story, wait until you hear this. So let's get started with it. Abi, just tell us about your last role and what has your journey been over the past several months?
Yeah, so I've been in the mortgage industry since 2009, but I most recently spent 8.5 years at MQMR, and where I started off as a risk analyst in vendor management, and then I transitioned over to sales and marketing. And that's really where everything changed for me. I feel like I really took it seriously. I kind of was just like, oh, it's just a job before that. And then when I moved over, it really, I started attending conferences. I started building relationships all across the industry. And it's funny because I was always the one who was told I talk too much. Like growing up, like it was always a bad thing. But when I stepped into this client facing role, I realized, wait a minute, that's my strength. Like that's me. Like that's what I've done my whole life. Like I connected people. I became friends with people real easily, which when I was younger was looked at bad, and then now I'm like, you know what, let me make a career out of this. And I really was intentional when I went to conferences and just any networking event. I joined the Dallas and the Fort Worth MBA, the local ones, which I mean, all of everything is great, but I like the local ones because you get to know people in your city. You get to give back together, just all the things that you want to do. And you really become friends with everybody there. And so it makes it easier when you go to the bigger conferences because you have your group of friends when you show up. So, and then I kept growing my LinkedIn network. I was like really intentional about growing that, like over the last 5 years. And when I found myself in a period of transition, I was like, what am I going to do? And I did take the first 30 days to kind of just be. I took naps, which I never did. I was kind of like a stay-at-home mom in a sense. I went to go have lunch. I went to happy hour, all the things that I never got to do. I was like, you know what? Let me take advantage of this time and just be and think about what's my next step because I wasn't really prepared for the next step. So I'm like, what am I going to do? And I don't want to just jump into anything just because, and I was like, let me sit back and take a step back and look at the big picture. And honestly, I really leaned on my LinkedIn network. When those 30 days, like I took the first 30 days, then I was like, okay, I'm going to make a post about that. I'm open to work. And I was kind of nervous about it because I'm like, watch it get drowned in the LinkedIn algorithm. And so I even texted a friend. I was like, look, when I put out there, I'm going to put I'm a free agent because I like football. And please go like it and comment it. So that way the LinkedIn algorithm gods can make it, go up. And it blew up. It really did. And a lot of people that throughout the years, the relationships that I built, they were reaching out to me, the clients, just everybody that I didn't think was going to reach out to me reached out to me. And within a week, I had an offer for like a marketing contract role. And that's without even me applying. It was just through like people just reaching out to me. And I talked to so many people the next few weeks. And I finally talked to one where I think, it's a good next step. I've never done this before. So it was for business development for a mortgage company. And it's just like business development and partnerships. So I'm going to start that here in the next couple weeks. But yeah, I mean, I've always been on the other side of things. So it's new, it's different. And I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not give it a try? And again, use what my strength is, connecting people and building those relationships and keep using those relationships that I had and have built over the years. So yeah, that's been
Congrats.
my journey.
Congrats.
Thank
So
you.
now you pivoted, but you were able to do it based on the strength of those relationships that you've built
Over the
over.
yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was really like even a friend of mine when I went to it was a Fort Worth happy hour, the mortgage MBA. And when I told her what happened, I was like, it's just still fresh. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And she's like, you know what? When I found myself in that, she's like, take a break. She goes, because I jumped in too fast. And now I'm like, I should have taken a vacation. I should have just, and I was like, you know what? That's some good advice. I'm going to take that because, I may not have that chance again to just be like that for that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so from the time that you were um the time that you were unemployed to the time now that you are starting in new roles, it was a very fast turnaround compared to some of our friends who have been looking for months. How did you do it so fast?
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's the power of LinkedIn. I mean, I've always been a big believer of LinkedIn, and I've been a believer of the power of networking, but that's really what it was. Like, it was August 20th. I posted it September 20th. So I took those 30 days, and it's October 31st, and that's where I'm at. So it was what, 41 days that it took me. I mean, but even then, it was a couple weeks after I posted it that I started doing contract marketing work. So yeah, it was just, and that's my friend Tiana.
Congrats.
I'm like, that's my friend Tiana.
She says such an inspiring story, true resilience. It is, because so many women that we talk to, that transition period lasts months. So for
Yeah,
you to be able to do it in 45 days is, I mean, that's next level hero.
yeah. It was, I mean, just a lot of people showed up, and I thought that was really just inspiring to me, because I, you think you know what you're doing, and then you're like, you don't realize it till it like comes into fruition. You're like, wow, okay, I knew I was showing up. I knew I was consistent. I knew I was like, being myself when I was out there. But when it kind of came back full circle, I was like, oh, okay, it was working. It did work. That, just, it made me feel good for sure.
Well, you said earlier, like, you used to get in trouble for talking too much, right? And then, but then you turned that and leveraged it into a strength,
Yeah.
building relationships and everything. Can you give the viewers some tips how to position your expertise so that you're ready for for a new opportunity? So how could they position their expertise to make them standouts?
I mean, I feel like don't wait till you need it. Start now. Like, start showing up online, start showing up at events. Um, don't, like, if I waited till now to start building that, I would have spent that time sending in my resume, doing all the stuff. But I mean, it was nice to build out my resume because I hadn't really put it on paper what all I had done the last, 15 years in the industry. So I was like, wow, okay, what am I going to do with all this? So, but I really think it's just being consistent and showing up on LinkedIn. I really am a big believer of LinkedIn.
So okay, so in the past, you said that you've been working intentionally building LinkedIn for about the last 5 years or
Yeah.
so.
Hmm.
So can you give us some ideas of what types of things were you posting that,
I mean,
that
just showing, I mean, stuff about the company I was at, showing up at conferences. I would go with Tiana to conferences, and I would post pictures of me and her at the conferences, and hey, we're gonna be here, or hey, we're attending the local MBA, things like that. And that's just, I would comment on people's stuff and share their stuff, or if someone was looking for work, like, just, I say showing up for other people as well, not just for me, but for others as well. That's what helped, I feel like.
that's amazing. Okay. Um, okay, before I get to the next question, I do want to just tell everybody that is watching, if you are having trouble showing up on LinkedIn, um, please come and join us in Athena's Council, because we have a meetup dedicated to that, where we're helping each other, showing up together, and it's the exact thing, Abby, that you're talking about. Hey, I'm getting ready to post something that I'm uneasy about.
Yeah.
Will you be there for me? Comment, like that kind of thing. That's what we call it, is our squad. So it's women who are standing by to cheer you on,
Hmm.
um,
Or
read a
to give you
post.
ideas. I feel like
Exactly.
that's a big thing sometimes. And you're like, is that a good idea? Is it not? I mean, I would post about being a soccer mom, because that's what I feel like that's my other full-time job, is driving my kids around, being their Uber. And I would post sometimes about soccer. I posted about my grandma having dementia and moving her. Like, that's something that's really happening in my life right now. And like, how even, I mean, and I feel like sometimes this may have happened at this time because I needed that time to free up for me to be able to move her here from Kansas City to Texas. And, I mean, just sometimes I was like, should I post that on there? Should I not? And I mean, I got people reaching out to me like, hey, we've dealt with dementia in my family too. Like, we understand. And that was really nice to hear from people that I have never heard from either. Just they saw my post and was like, hey, I'm going through this too, or we've gone through this, like hang in there. And I'm like, oh, wow, thank you. Or just advice. And you just, yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's great.
It's basically like the rule book for posting on LinkedIn, about your work, yes, but also just show up as a regular human being because
Mhm.
that's how human beings relate to you.
Right. Yes, for sure.
Okay, so tell us about Next Level.
So it's called Next Level Latinas, actually. So it was something that so I'm always a big believer of like it starts at home. So like whatever you can't change the world, but you can start it at home. And so again, as I took that strength, like, well, I'm like, okay, I like talking to people. I like, all of this. And instead of looking at it as a bad thing, use it as my strength. I also was looking around in my community. I had started a Latina group in the North Fort Worth area, North Fort Worth, Keller. And it's predominantly, well, there wasn't that many Hispanics here. So it started more as a like, let's get to know each other, or like keep with someone that like relates to us or have the same background. But after running it for 10 years, it's like, okay, now what are we going to do with this? And when we would get together, I started realizing, a lot of them were entrepreneurs, artists, lawyers, doctors. And a lot of us were first generation, or our parents had never had corporate jobs. They didn't know how to network. They didn't know anything about mentorship. And that's what I've learned over the years, is how important that is, and how to help other women get to the next level, or the younger generation to get to the next level. And, helping them write a resume, helping them with their LinkedIn, or helping them showing how to network, because not everybody has that. What comes easy to me doesn't always come easy to everybody else. So sometimes it's like, hey, come with me and I'll take you so I can introduce you to other people, and that may open the door for them somewhere else. And so that was really like just close to my heart, like on a personal level. So we're launching that in 2026, and see where it goes, and be mentors for the next generation and open those doors.
That's legacy work, Abby.
Thank you.
It's
I'm
it.
excited. That's like a special part I'm really excited about. I just say like what took me so long to realize, if we can cut those years for, younger girls, like why not? Or if they're in a space where it's male dominated, talk about the challenges that we had when we went into those spaces. Because again, like my mom, my grandma, they didn't go through that, but I have. So let me share that, and guide them through that. And maybe they may have a different experience, but at least they can come back and be like, oh my gosh, that was so hard. Or, hey, I thought about what you said, that made it easier. So just things like that. So, yeah.
Well,
But what I also was hearing as I was listening to this is that she's teaching community early, because
Yes.
we're learning community later in our career
Mhm.
on how important it is. You're
Yes.
teaching it community early in their career, so then it becomes a habit.
Mhm.
And I think that is so important, because if we had learned community earlier in our careers,
Yeah.
I think that we would have been much better off. We're just going, we're stopping and pausing and going, wait a minute, hold on, we need
Mhm.
each other, and we're creating that community now. But you're like, let's start this from the beginning right now. So
Yeah.
I congratulations to you. And
Thank you.
I mean, like Molly said, that's creating legacy, not just for yourself, but for generations.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's the point of it. Like, I mean, hopefully later on, yeah, but like we have to get started. So I've been connecting with just different women, like philanthropists in the area, just different foundations. Like, okay, who am I going to put together? Like, that will help me lead this? Who's going to be, so I'm in that process right now. Like, what are we going to do with this? And what is the end goal? And I mean, of course it can pivot, and I'm great at pivoting. So it's just, but it's the beginning part of it. So yeah, what started off as like, hey, I hope there's others like me in the community. Now it's like, okay, let's do something with this.
I I'm just super impressed, and
Thank you.
it's really awesome work, and like you both are saying, there are so many women in financial services and mortgage servicing, whatever, and they are not active and showing up on LinkedIn because they are focused on producing results for their company, right? And
Mhm.
being on LinkedIn is conventionally seen as like looking for a job or positioning yourself
Yeah.
personally at the expense of, the work that you're doing. And then 15 years down the road, when you've been, kicking butt and taking names, but you don't have that public persona that's going to help you
Mhm.
pivot to get that next role like worked for you, Abby. So um it's a trap that a lot of women fall into where they're not showing up on LinkedIn, and then they find themselves in need of that network. So starting that early, that's
Yeah.
the key. Yeah.
And that's what I've seen. Like, so I've seen that, like, when I'm talking to other women, I'm like, get on LinkedIn now. Like, and they're like, well, I'm not looking for a job. I'm like, that's not just for a job. Like, I don't know what your LinkedIn looks like, your algorithm, because they may be in a different industry, but I'm like, it's still you. I was like, build your online presence. And thank you, Susan. She's so sweet. I
Yeah.
love her. But yeah, and even like a stay-at-home mom, like, and that's that too. Like, you stay home for so many years because that's, your job, and then you're like moving in to like, what is my next thing? What am I gonna do now? My kids are grown, and now what? Um, and that's a big thing for me too. Is like I have friends that are in that space right now, and I'm like, they're like, well, we never built that network, and I'm like, girl, like, hold on, like, let's what is your resume? I was like, get on LinkedIn, do something. So like we're starting to, and I see that a lot now in my age where their kids are graduating, they're moving out, and they're like, now what am I gonna do? I'm like, oh, like, I wish we would worked on this a few years ago so you'd be ready now, but I didn't. Now you live and you learn, but yeah, so it's just starting sooner now for the next generation.
Yeah. Okay. If anybody watching or listening has questions for Abby, drop them in the chat because this is my last question that I'm going to ask her, and then she can answer your questions. Okay. So one of the things that Audra and I are doing with this show is we're creating a Spotify playlist of hype songs to keep everyone's spirits up if they're going through the transition. And so we ask everybody um, about what their hype song is, and then for next Friday we will play that as the walk on song for our next guest. So Abby, what is a great hype
Mine
song?
is mine is actually Mark Anthony, Vivir Mi Vida, which means live my life. I'm like, you've heard it. I just by your face.
It's one of my favorites.
And he actually sings the song that you played at the beginning, Audra. He like redid that song. So that's one of my favorite when does that song. Um
Yeah, he does. I couldn't find that version though.
you should
I
have
couldn't
told me. I
find
would
that
have found
version,
it
so
for
I
you.
had to go with Willie Colon. So I
Yes.
couldn't find that version.
I love it. I mean, it's just about like, loving life, laughing, dancing, having a good time. Like, no matter where you're at in life, like, you just have to have a good time. And me and my kids listen to that song all the time when we're cleaning, mainly. But and they always know, like, we'll play. They play their playlist in the car, but they're like, "Well, we'll play one song for you, mommy." And I'm like, "Okay, one song, thanks." And it's usually this one because they know that's my song, like, just to get me going. Or if I'm having a bad day or we're stuck in traffic, I'm like, all right, you guys, let's put it on. So, Vivir Mi Vida by Mark Anthony is my hype song.
I'm so glad you chose that one. I love that song too, and I want it on the playlist. So thanks for doing it. Okay, I
Okay.
don't see questions from viewers, so that leads us into our final fun section. Audra, take it.
Okay, are you
All right.
ready for Fast Five?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Fast Five Halloween edition.
Okay.
So, so, so interestingly enough, and I don't know why, but apparently some people were having a hard time logging on. So we're going to give them a second because I've been being texted by a couple of our regular viewers that they're having a hard time logging on. So give them a second to join real quick. So we're going to stall for a second. But Halloween edition, since it is Spooky Day, and fun fact, Halloween I tolerate because it's my gateway holiday into the holidays that I really like. So only day I actually really like is Dia de los Muertos because that's not spooky. It's fun. It's a party.
Yes.
Because Halloween is all about scaring. Dia de los Muertos is all about a good time and food. So
And
did I stall long enough, guys?
I'm going to a festival tomorrow. They're gonna have like the Day of the Dead in downtown Fort Worth, and they're gonna have like just a contest, like a Katrina contest, and it's gonna be really fun. Hopefully.
Oh, how fun!
I'm going to. I have an ofrenda. This is my second year to do it, and I'm going to a little ofrenda workshop
Oh,
tonight
fun.
to learn more about the symbols and how and what and why. And so that'll give me a couple days to improve my ofrenda
Yeah, I
before
love
the
it.
big day.
Love it.
Hi,
He's here.
Sua.
Suha.
Hi.
I was stalling because, like I said, there were some technical difficulties, so I was stalling a little bit because I got the message. So we're all here. So you came just in time for the fun part. So Fast Five Halloween edition. Are you ready, Abby?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What is your all-time favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh. I'm like, whatever the kids bring in their Halloween bag. The Reese's and the Snickers. I like those. Just the little pumpkin ones.
Those are good.
They usually give me the Almond Joys because they don't like the Almond Joys and I do. So then they're like, here, mommy, and they give me all those.
That's good. I was gonna say, if you're a candy corn kind of person, we'd have to talk.
I do like candy corn.
I do too.
I must be the odd one out. I don't understand people that like candy corn. Because there's 2 people in this household that like candy corn. I don't understand it. I buy it, but I'm like, you do you guys.
There's really no candy that I'm going to refuse. Like, I can't think of a candy that I don't want.
You're like, no. I'm ready for it tonight.
All candy.
I only like dark chocolate. Like, I don't like milk chocolate at all. I only like dark chocolate, but the rest I'm like, pass. Yeah. But I don't know. This is me.
I feel sorry for you.
I know. I'm thinking.
I do. I mean,
I know.
It's really limiting.
I know. I like gummy bears. Am I redeemed a little bit? Okay.
Yes, I'll take those.
So I like gummy bears and I like sour candy. Can I be redeemed with that too? Okay. Cool.
She's like, yeah.
That's only 2 genres though. There's a lot that you're missing out on.
I know. So if you had to show up to work in a costume, what would you wear?
What would I wear? A Dia de los Muertos type one? That's always an easy one.
Katrina.
Yes.
Jill says.
She's like, for their candy corn, huh?
Yeah.
I'm definitely not.
She's like,
I'm definitely not stealing anybody's candy corn. Definitely not. Okay. For Halloween movies, scary or funny?
Funny. I'm not a big movie person. I usually fall asleep. So I don't really watch a lot of movies. They turn them on and I'm like, oh, it's time to go to sleep. Okay.
Okay.
I would say funny. I would say like, I don't know which ones were funny back then. I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of movies. I don't sit down long enough.
Okay, so then that blows the second part of my question. I was going to ask which one.
Halloween movies?
Yeah.
I guess we watched Hocus Pocus.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's really about the only one I ever watched. I like Christmas movies. I like Elf.
Oh yeah.
When we get to Christmas, there will be probably an entire conversation about Christmas movies. But yes,
I'll join in on that one.
Yes, for sure.
The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That's a Halloween movie.
Yes, that counts. Definitely counts. But yeah. Hocus Pocus, the original one, because they really messed up on the second one. But
there's the Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, Tiana says Hocus Pocus.
Do we see eye to eye, Tiana?
I mean, come on. You got You got Sarah Jessica Parker going amok, amok, amok. I mean, come on.
Love it.
Put it on and you're in a good mood. You fall asleep in a good mood. Let's put it that way. You fall asleep in a good
Not
mood.
in a scary one.
Not in a scary one. So, okay, here's one. What's a fear that you've totally conquered that used to spook you?
Oh.
Going on LinkedIn Live.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. That one, because we were just talking about that. I'm like, that was one. I'm like, I've never done that before, and I can't redo it. So it is what it is, and it's gonna be out there.
You're done.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's the fear. There you go. Thank you, Molly.
I'm not supposed to give away answers on the Fast Five.
But that was a great
Audra.
one though, because I just said it before this call too.
I've gotten more accepting of spiders. You know, I like the more I learn about them and the more I know they eat mosquitoes and little bugs and stuff, I'm more, I'm cooler with them.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Well, I clearly have not conquered my fear of clowns. That's clearly, I have not gotten over that. But I did get over my fear of flying, which is a darn good thing considering I've done that for my job for the last 15 years. That would have been really terrible if I hadn't gotten over that. But clearly have never gotten over my fear of clowns. That's going to live with me forever, probably. So, don't come over near me dressed up as a clown because I will run the other way. So yeah, no, not gonna happen. So this one's pretty funny. If your career had a Halloween costume, what would it be?
If my career had a Halloween costume, ooh. I don't know. I will say the career I thought I was gonna have before this was a dentist, a dental hygienist. That would be my costume, I guess. That's what I thought. Just like everybody, you kind of stumble across the mortgage. So I would say that would be my Halloween costume.
A dentist. That'd scare me right out the door. Forget clowns.
You're like, that's great for Halloween.
Exactly.
Come with the drill.
I'll take a clown any day over a dentist.
I loved it though. I worked at the dental. I really thought that's where I was going. Just life throws different. You got to pivot. So
yeah. Evelyn says hi to Abby. You've already given her some fantastic advice. And she's excited to continue to work with you.
Yes. Her son is my son's best friend.
Aw.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. They're always at each other's houses. We co-parent.
You need a good co-parent.
Yeah. I'm like, if he's not at her house, he's at my house, and mine's at her house. And I'm like, where are they? Okay, he's over there. Love it.
Okay, Molly, what costume would you be?
I was thinking, because I've pivoted a lot too, like Abby.
Mm-hmm.
What about like a cool phoenix?
Oh, that would be cool. That would be really cool.
Something like that.
He's
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Audra?
The first thing that popped into my head, and I don't know why, was a whirling dervish. You know what that is?
Yes, no, I do.
I don't.
It's a dancer from the Eastern Bloc, and there's basically these Bolshevik dancers that dress in these really elaborate costumes, and their job is just to dance in a circle.
Oh my god!
And they dance really elaborately in a circle.
I'm gonna look that up.
And they look really elegant doing it, but they try not to get dizzy. And it looks really beautiful while they're doing it. And they just have to focus on one spot.
Yeah.
Try to look elegant while they're doing it and try not to make themselves look sick. So they're basically They basically make chaos look elegant without them
Oh,
looking
I like that.
without making themselves sick in the process.
I like that.
That's a whirling dervish.
I'm gonna use that for some marketing, making chaos look elegant. Always got to pull something, right? I'll be watching TV and I'm like, oh, that'd be great for this.
So yeah, whirling dervish. So that is the end of Fast Five.
Awesome. Thank you. That was fun.
Thanks so much, Abby, for coming and telling us about your success and your journey. I think I'm hoping that inspires by example to so many women out there who are finding themselves in this situation. How can they pivot and use their network and their relationships to get themselves to the next place?
Yeah. Build those relationships and be authentic about it. Like, don't, just, be as authentic as you can. Be yourself. I mean, I think authentic is being yourself, but I feel like people gravitate towards people like that.
Okay, Suha's telling us that the whirling dervishes are Turkish.
Thank you. They're not Bolshevik, they're Turkish. Thank you. Suha is always she's always my voice of reason. She's my fact checker.
She's like, hold on, let me tell her.
Yeah, she's like, hold on just a second. She's always my filter.
Love it. You need someone like that every time, right?
Yes, I do. Someone needs to keep this whirling dervish from making herself sick.
She says they are Sufi. And I'm going to look this up because just last night, actually, I think this is so strange, but just last night, I was having a conversation about this, about whirling dervishes.
Oh, how funny.
What are the chances of that?
That is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard in my life.
So I think this is a sign for me to watch this YouTube video that Suha is sharing here and learn.
I'm going to learn about this now.
So I'm not spitting out Audra facts, more Suha facts.
Love it.
Suha always says, I speak Audra. And someone needs the interpreter of Audra. As I have said many times, I have good ideas. Sometimes they start out as a little bit crazy, but they always turn out as good eventually. They usually start out with a little bit as nuts. So,
well, this is my sign. I got to go research that today.
Go research it. But you have to have that person to speak your language to be able to,
Yeah.
It's good to have that person.
Suha is the Audra whisperer.
That is funny.
Thank God someone is.
Thank God someone is.
Before we let everybody go, I want to encourage everybody to please join us at Between Roles Together. That is a growing group of women that are currently displaced. You do not have to do this alone. We don't want you to do this alone. This is a group of women that are currently displaced, that are looking for new roles. Not only are women there are looking for new roles, there are women there are trying to support you in this endeavor. We are bringing good ideas, and they're trying to help you do this. We're all in this together. We are an entire group that is in your corner. Molly shared an incredible video by Maya Angelou this week. That is, anytime you walk into a room, anytime you walk into an interview, you are not there by yourself. You bring all of us with you. That is the point. So please join us. Please come.
Yes.
Don't be on your own.
Yes. Join Athena's Council. And we have on Wednesday, it's every Wednesday at noon Eastern. We do a 1-hour Zoom. It's not a webinar. It's just like this. It's a conversation, except it's not live on LinkedIn. It's all private Zoom. But it's just an hour where we meet up, talk about challenges. We have accountability buddies. I'm going to do this before we meet next week. And the idea is just a midweek check-in
Mhm.
and reminder, like, you're not alone. You have a whole squad behind you, and we'll do this together, because doing it alone is scary, depressing, overwhelming. So
It
we
can be.
invite you. Join us. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. You guys are doing great.
You
And we
too,
had-
Abby.
Yes, you really are. We always have someone that shows up as LinkedIn user. I'm not sure who it is, but it says authenticity English. Sometimes words are hard. Authenticity is key. Why be failed imitation when you can be unique, amazing person you are and connect with those who appreciate the value you bring? Great advice, Abigail.
Thank
Yes,
you.
it absolutely is. So I don't know why you show up as LinkedIn user. We always find out who it is later. I know it's not on purpose. I don't know why you are anonymous right now. But thank you for adding your comment. We really appreciate it.
Yes,
We
thank you.
did it, ladies.
Yay, I got over my first LinkedIn Live.
I know.
Come back anytime. What other fears do you need to conquer?
Ooh,
Yeah.
hold on. Where do I start? No, I'm just playing.
Evelyn says that chocolate candy corn. I've never heard of such a thing,
never-
and I want to know immediately. So
I've never heard of it. Now she makes really great cupcakes, guys. Just FYI, yeah. I met her and she's like, I make cupcakes and they're super cute. They're gorgeous.
okay, that comment was Yvette Lopez.
Oh, I wonder why we couldn't see that.
I don't know.
Huh. Well,
I don't
thank
know.
you, Yvette.
Yes, thank you.
I speak Audra.
Yes, she does. She definitely does. Does anybody have any questions before we let everybody go?
Oh, but this was great. It was fun.
Happy weekend to everybody.
You
Have a
too.
fun, safe Halloween.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you guys.
We'll see you. Well, we won't see Abby next Friday, but I'll see Audra and all of you next Friday with our next guest.
And with the Mark Anthony song.
Yes, you will.
I cannot wait.
I love it. I'm ready for that part. Awesome. Thank you, ladies.
Bye, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy
Bye.
Friday.
Bye.